The Joe Rogan Experience.
People don't remember Bill Gates, the old Bill Gates.
Right.
People see Bill Gates now. I see Bill Gates now, and I see a guy who's wearing an outfit. He wears an outfit.
Yeah.
It's like he's got a suit. It's like Spider-Man. Like he puts on a Spider-Man. Like, this is my really nice rich guy thing. I've got a sweater. Bitch, it's 100 degrees outside. Why you got that sweater with a shirt underneath it?
It's secretly ventilated. And
Right. Does he ever have a T-shirt on? Does Bill Gates ever rock a T-shirt?
Chill. I heard he had a house where when you walk into a room, it recognizes like how you like the temperature. Like you wear a band.
Yes,
and
you had a
walk
clip.
You wear
had a pin, like a pin. Yeah.
And it would change the temperature. It would make coffee that you like. And I was like, I was single when I heard about this. I was like, I wish I had that because that's how the girl would know it was over. Like, it's cold. Yeah, it's change the settings on you.
Yeah, you walk in, it changes the artwork, it flips over.
Right. Yeah. But I mean. Yeah, he called this though. He called we weren't ready for a pandemic like years ago.
2015. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he set it up. He's the mastermind behind all. He's like one of the Incredibles, like the bad guy in the Incredibles. I'm just confused by his outfit. Because it's like he's dressing up like Mr. Rogers on purpose. He wants you to think of him in a different way.
But he's a savage, man.
He's was the most ruthless motherfucker when he was running Microsoft.
Right.
That's why Microsoft got so huge.
Right.
They were take no prisoners businessmen.
Yes.
Take no prisoners.
Yeah. He's pretending like he's, I kind of love that shit though. Like when people because you just have to know how to look for it, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't trust anybody that doesn't cuss on stage. Right. You know, those motherfuckers. It's like something's going on.
Right. Those are the ones that do freaky shit.
Oh yeah.
Ball gags and stuff. Oh, look at that. He's got a T-shirt there.
Come on, man.
That's a button-up T-shirt with a collar. Everything has a collar though. But that's a long time ago. That looks like about 15 years old. It's a nice crew though.
Look at that crew. Why? And it's like, why is Luda's like the Forrest Gump of
He hosted Fear
like this.
Factor. Luda took over Fear Factor after me.
Like, where's that connection? Like,
they offered him a lot of money, and he was like, "I'll take it." They're teaching you about life
because
while they're selling you paper towels.
Because every woman is an engineer.
But that picture, go back to that picture. I would feel so sold out if I was a guy and I was really into Brawny because I kind of look like the Brawny guy. And then I go to buy my Brawny towels, and there's 3 chicks.
If you were a guy,
position.
If you felt like the Brawny guy.
But literally, it's like pregnant men. Okay, the Brawny guy is a goddamn lumberjack. I would assume most lumberjacks are probably big, strong men.
You don't think he became a gay kind of icon a while? I mean, I understand what you're saying.
The idea that they have 3 female lumberjacks. 3.
Well, you got to do the job of one man.
That was a lob.
You've got
a lob for the Grand Slam.
He has to jack the lumber of one full man. This is going to take 3 of these strong ladies.
It's just, what are the percentages of women that are lumberjacks, and what's the likelihood of 3 of them being on a team?
It looks, in that picture, he looks like a guy who's about to take a shit a lot.
And by the way, this is an ignorant question. I'm aware. If you're a female lumberjack and you're mad at me right now, I'm sorry. I don't know anybody that's a female lumberjack. I'm just asking questions. They're wearing lumberjack clothes. That's what a lumberjack wears. I'm assuming. Are you posing? What is this? Is this stolen valor?
If you have, it is
stolen valor. Is this stolen valor? Are you pretending you're out there carrying trees?
You wearing a lumberjack shirt is stolen valor.
It's stolen valor. These aren't lumberjacks. These are models. These are hot chicks with nice nails. They're not out there carrying trees and shit.
You know, they could. By the way. They're not. You know, I'll tell you what. The women that do that job, I promise they're not going to put on the paper towels. You're right.
Look like you.
Just fucking put a wig on the guy.
Look at that one lady with her sleeves rolled up. Are you about to go to work? Look at her. Go to that picture. Click on that. She's got this really thin body, these really thin arms, and she's got her sleeves rolled up with her flannel shirt on in front of a bunch of trees. Are you about to chop trees down, ma'am? Because you weigh 90 pounds. You better get the fuck out of the way of those trees.
I think the idea is to make you think that you feel like a lumberjack while you're wiping your counter down, is what they're trying to convey.
I think we need to be more respectful about what the fuck it means to be a lumberjack. I would think you would think that would be romantic until you did that job 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and your fucking body's broken down because you're carrying logs on your shoulder and shit. And you're chopping at trees.
Oh my God. Was your father a lumberjack? Because
No,
was very.
but this is what I feel. You can't pretend you're a goddamn lumberjack. You can't take a hot model and cover her face with a little bit of coal powder and pretend she's a coal miner in West Virginia getting black lung. You can't, because she's not. I'm thrilled by the fact that this whole system gets thrown into a fucking, just a blender and spun around, and no one knows what's going to get spit out. And a lot of these people, you're getting really clearly revealed that they're frauds. These people that are in positions of leadership are bizarre human beings that don't even live in reality. Like I was watching Nancy Pelosi trying to dance her way out of saying that in February she was telling people to go to Chinatown, hang out, have a good time, don't worry about it. Like what? You were doing the same thing you're accusing the president of doing. You're accusing Trump of not warning people. Well, you didn't warn anybody either. Everyone's playing gotcha with this. Nobody saw what the fuck was coming. Like I said, the fucking World Health Organization in a tweet was saying it can't be transmitted from person to person. No one knew. So this is all this chaos of all these people getting revealed. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. There's part of it that I like. I enjoy, because I think that one thing that we have above all the people that live before us is that we have more access to information. We see the flaws better. Whereas before we were lied to and bullshitted. Now you can see it better. It doesn't mean those flaws aren't going to exist, but those people are going to have to be, they're going to have to be authentic. They're not authentic right now. Like when you see someone, the record will show that I was there in Chinatown to tell people to not be racist. The record will show. You can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore. We demand you be authentic. And if you made a mistake like that, like in February, look, man, if you were hanging out with me in February and we were barbecuing, I'd be like, it's probably like the flu. People are going to get sick. They're going to die. But I'm not a fucking expert, okay? I'm not a politician. And if I said that, I'd be like, man, was I wrong? Here's why I thought that. Here's what I wouldn't say. The record will show. The reason why I said that is I wanted you to not be racist to Chinese people. Like, if you believe that, like this is like some intricate plot that Nancy Pelosi had to sort of stop racism against Chinese people. Like, nonsense!
Right.
You were talking shit and the world changed. And it was the same as, like, was it the Secretary of Health in New York City? Who was it that was telling people to go out, take the subway? I forget who it was. But there was this lady, like, she made a bad call.
Right.
But nobody knew. The World Health Organization's telling people it can't be transmitted from person to person at one point in time. No one knew. It's a new thing. You know, were mistakes made? Of course they're made. This is who's the perfect person in real time in the middle of a fucking pandemic crisis? That person doesn't exist. They don't have access to the information. To make perfect decisions, you have to have all the information. Was some of it ignored? Yeah, because there was conflicting information. So it has to be sifted through.
Right.
Is hydroxychloroquine? Turns out that stuff kills more people than not using it.
Oops.
Whoops. That's not good.
And so the whole pandemic, this is a conspiracy theory, not real. The whole pandemic was a plan to get people to go inside, store up food, get them off the roads, and like wait for this, whatever this event is, to pass. And as soon as the event passes, you'll find that it's all of a sudden it's like, what do you know? The curves are all dropping off. What do you know? And then we'll all be back because the thing they were worried about didn't happen. Also, it could be a test for that, so that.
Can I just stop you? Because
Please
it's so
stop
dumb.
me.
It's hard to believe.
Thank you.
There's a real virus. They can
Dude, I
they can
know.
image it.
But
I know what it looks like. They've been able to test for it, antibodies.
I feel like
test for a live
I feel like
version
I'm
of the
talking to my
virus.
wife.
It's a real virus. It's a confusing virus.
It's so good that I married the person I married, because if not, like, I would probably be like digging a hole to like crawl into out of pure paranoia, because she does do this to me. She's like, Duncan, do you think there isn't a COVID virus? Like, you think there's no virus out there? Do you think that like maybe like, so all the scientists that have like identified COVID are all part of this thing to keep us from the meteor thing? And then I'm like, thank you. Because like I'll start getting freaked out from it, but I'll answer your question. Like if I had to answer that, I would say, oh no, it's real. I mean,
How many
was the
people
plan.
have died from it now? What is the current COVID death
Across
count?
50,000 today, this morning.
50,000. Here's something that I found out that's kind of odd. If you die of something else, so people are still dying, right? They're still dying of high blood pressure, strokes, heart attacks, still killing more people than anything, right? if you die of a heart attack and you have COVID, you get listed as a COVID death. So even if you're going to die of a heart attack, I mean, the people are still dying, right?
Yes.
Same amount of people, other than traffic accidents, which I think has diminished quite a bit because no one's driving.
Yep.
But the those people are going to die still. It's not like they live forever without the COVID.
Right.
It's not like they don't get the flu. It's not like they don't get a cold. It's not like they don't get pneumonia. All these things exist with or without COVID. People are still dying from them. But if you die of one of those things and you have COVID, it's a COVID death.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so crazy. It's like you don't really know how many people are actually getting this thing, this COVID, and having a mild reaction. How many people are having no reaction? How many people are dying?
Right.
Like that's when they did that new UCLA study that came out that showed they think there's way more people that have been. They think California alone is somewhere around 400,000 people get infected, and so the fatality rate is still pretty low. But if that's the case, so what do? We just let people die, or do we do this every time the flu comes around too now? Like, what if we get a particularly rough flu? Is this a practice run for what we're going to do every time colds come through?